Hello there, Mad Mike here, and welcome back to the channel. Video number 2 today. So now that Comic Con's kind of in full swing, we're getting a bunch of announcements, a lot of them major, some of them minor. This is one of the minor announcements that kind of caught my eye as something that's strange. It's very, very, very strange, and I don't necessarily know if it's in good taste. Um, and that is that apparently there is an animated series in development currently that is being done by POW Entertainment, which was formerly founded and owned by Stan Lee, as well as another animation company who is producing the product. I believe it's called Purity or Perfection Entertainment. And basically, the story is supposed to follow a young Stan Lee in school and, or, a youth with a creative mind and that sort of thing. Now, they claim that this product was given approval by Stan Lee before he passed away last November. Uh, this is concerning from the point of view that this feels like people attempting to make money off of his license, off of his image. Now, I assume that because POW was owned by Stan Lee, he signed away his image to them on some account. And the other concern that I have is up until probably the final months of Stan Lee's life, he was under the unfortunate and abusive supervision of his former agent and guardian, Kia Morgan, who we all know how that story was, the horrible things that happened, the kidnapping, the police getting involved, all this stuff. And not long after that, predictably, Stan Lee passed away due to complications from pneumonia, if I remember correctly. And the problem that we have here is that if he did approve of this, was he in his right faculties at the time? We all know that he was sick, and we all know that at the time he was being manipulated. So the concern is that he may have given permission to go forward with this under false pretenses, or he wasn't necessarily all there. Now the other thing is that if he was still alive, this would be a non-story. This would be okay, whatever, they're doing a little thing. He died less than a year ago, and this show is being pushed out. Now, this, to me, this reeks of cash grab. This reeks of, hey, let's see what we can make off the old man, even though he's not around anymore. Now, I don't know the history of POW Entertainment and what's going on in terms of the company and how close Stan Lee was actually involved in working with these people for a number of years. There's a lot that's up in the air that's probably happening behind the scenes. I have concerns regarding the validity of what they're doing. I think that they're trying to make money off of a dead man. This is what this feels like, because he's obviously not around to give cameos or do anything like that, and we have this scenario that seems like they're trying to make money off of his name alone, since obviously he won't be voicing the character at all because this is supposed to be a young version of himself. And also the factor is that this animated show could possibly, it looks to be far, far removed from any form of reality. Obviously, Stan Lee grew up in pre-World War II era America, so this does not appear to take place in the 1920s and 30s. So this seems very very concerning. Now, it is very possible that they could be, this could be a tribute or whatever, or this could be something like that. But given the way that these companies tend to do things, and given the way that Stan Lee was treated near the end of his life, I could definitely see this being something exploitative that they're doing. And I'm curious if Stanley's daughter and any other members of his family have given express permission to this and have given their blessing, which I have not seen as of yet. Only that they state that he gave his permission before his death. So I don't know. This whole thing kind of sits weird with me. I'm not a big fan of putting out material for people so soon after they've passed away. I think if this series had come out 2 or 3 years from now, I wouldn't be having this conversation. But because it's so soon after and he's on so many people's minds, I can see why you might want to do that to make money, and it's extremely scummy, in my opinion. So I don't know. This is something interesting to keep an eye on, but I just don't know about the motivations behind this. But as usual, I would like to know your thoughts. Do you think that this is a cheap cash grab? Do you think that this is something to honor Stanley's memory? Do you think that this is, just something that they had in production and the production just happen to coincide with his death? Um, Leave your thoughts in the comments. Again, I like to know what you're thinking. Hit the hit the bell for notifications, hit the like button, subscribe, and remember, I live my life free of compromise. Do you?